Okay, so as some would say it, it's time to step on a few toes now. I believe Ilia Topuria is absolutely going to dominate Max Holloway in the next fight. Now, a lot of you will say you're crazy. That's insane. Max Holloway is coming off the best win of his career. All of that is true, but so is Ilia Topuria. He just knocked out Alexander Volkanovski, one of the best strikers in the featherweight history. It doesn't even compare. Like, he's clearly the best striker there's ever been in the featherweight history. Jose Aldo, he did beat him in a fight as well. Now, a lot of people say it was past his prime and lots of stuff like that. I do not care. Volkanovski is the featherweight GOAT by leagues. It's not comparable. Now, some of you will say Max Holloway gave Volkanovski his toughest fights, and Ilia got lucky because he caught him right after the unfortunate knockout from Makachev. Now, that's a really stupid argument, in my opinion. Like what I see people say, they say Ilia got lucky because he just came off a knockout. If he landed that shot on anyone in that division, they would be knocked out. It was a perfect shot. He set it up, he did everything correctly. I do not see how you can say, nah, he had an off night. Volk looked like Volk. I'm a big Volkanovski fan, one of my favorite fighters ever. And I could see he got outclassed in that fight. Ilia was setting him up from the first round. Now, yeah, he did lose the first round, but if you watch MMA, you knew he was setting him up. Now, Max Holloway. He just KO'd Justin Gaethje. Very impressive win, by the way. But Justin Gaethje and Ilia Topuria are not on the same level. No, I'm just kidding. They're very different fighters. That's what I'm supposed to be. Just trying to piss a few people off. But Ilia Topuria is a much different fighter than Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje is wild. He's not very defensive, unlike Ilia Topuria. Ilia Topuria can be a bit wild at sometimes overthrowing his shots, but that's how he KOs people. And Max can be sloppy at times. He is a very technical striker, but he does make mistakes, such as most fighters. Now, Justin Gaethje fights very sloppy and got counted and got fucked up in that fight. Broke his nose in the first round, so he couldn't see the full capability of Justin Gaethje. But Max Holloway did break that nose, so it's unfair to make it seem like it wasn't a fair fight. But Tupuria's style is a lot different, a lot of head movement, and a lot of boxing, and a lot of body shots. Now, I'm very surprised about this, but I haven't seen more people attack the body of Max Holloway, even though they know, like, they're not knocking him out. So I'm very confused why they never focus on the body. And we know Ilia Topuria is literally like a body merchant. We all saw that shot he gave to the one guy. Brutal shot. I would be dead, personally, if that hit me. Now, I think he's going to work the body of Max Holloway to oblivion. He won't be as fast, he won't be as volume heavy as he usually is, and he's going to pressure him. Ilia Topuria, every single fight that he's had, has gotten someone against the cage. Even the best fighter in the world at that stadium, except for Islam Makhachev and John Jones. He got him to the cage and knocked him out. Hasn't been a single fight where he wasn't able to get someone to the cage and just unload on them. Pause. Now, I think that's going to happen again. Don't think he's going to knock him out the first time, but after that happens a few times, he might knock him out. I think he could knock him out. Josh Emmett also has a very great chin, as we could see in the Ilia Topuria fight. Josh Emmett has only been knocked out once, and it was in his first 5 fights once by Jeremy Stevens. Brutal knockout, but it was by a flurry of blows. It wasn't ever like a single shot. And Ilia Topuria has 5 round capabilities. Everyone talks about Max Holloway's volume. Obviously, it's a lot better than Ilias, but Ilia has the capability to go a full 5 rounds and throw. He only throws power punches. That entire go rewatch the Josh Emmett fight. It was constant pressure, constant heavy shots. He didn't ever put his foot off a gas tank, and it had results. He got hit by Josh Emmett as well, so you can see he has a chin after that murder of Rich Mitchell. Still nightmares about that. But we could see Ilia also has a chin. So I don't think Max Holloway is going to knock out Ilia Topuria, also thanks to his good head movement. The head movement was slick, is from the Matrix or something from the Josh Emmett fight. Now, I know there's going to be people saying I'm glazing or whatever, but that's what you get when you just knock out one of the best fighters ever in 2 rounds. He made it look easy. His leg kicks were great. We also know Max Holloway quite struggles with a lot of leg kicks, as seen by Volkanovski using them in the third fight, where Volkanovski dominated him. Also, there's a fact like he lost to Volkanovski 3 times, and Ilia hasn't lost to Volkanovski. Now, and the third fight was rough for Max Holloway. Very, very much outclassed. Now, Ilia Topuria is a good counter puncher. And Max Holloway tends to leave himself open after a combination. We could see it in the Justin Gaethje fight. We saw it a lot in the Volkanovski 3 fight, where Volkanovski literally kept countering him. That's why he lost that fight so badly. He didn't have the capability to stop those counter punches because he leaves himself open. Now, if you leave yourself open to someone like Ilia, who has a lot of power, it's going to count up about in a few rounds. Ilia's going to catch you a few times, and they're going to hurt. They're very much going to hurt. And I don't think Max Holloway will be able to take a lot of those. Now, I know he has a great chin, never been dropped, but we all know Justin Gaethje did drop him in that fight. And I think Ilia's precision striking, paired with his power, will be enough to take out Max Holloway. Now, everyone says it's the top of his game at the moment. Max Holloway is re-entering his prime. So is Ilia. He just beat Volkanovski. And a lot of people will say, where were all the Ilia Glazers when he was still coming up? We're all just here after the Volkanovski fight. Very stupid argument, in my opinion, because that's how people become fans. If they notice a good fight from someone, the new fight of Peyton Talbot, a lot of people now recognize him and want to look for the rest of his career. This was Ilia Topuria's biggest knockout. Of course, people are going to be fans. And I became a huge fan of him and watched his other fights and realized this guy's the real deal. So I don't see the problem with the new fans of Ilia Topuria. Don't talk about Ilia Topuria's trash talk. It's abysmal. Worst trash talk in the game. Not even comparable. Ian Gary is even better. Okay, no, that's a stretch. But we also forget Ilia has the ground game advantage. Everyone sees Ilia as this knockout artist, which he is, but he was firstly a jiu-jitsu specialist. He has a lot of submissions. And he got the one submission that Max Holloway tapped out to. It's an armbar, I can't quite remember what it's called, but he has the ground advantage. And Ilia is not afraid to go to the ground when it comes to it. We also saw the Josh Emmett fight in the 5th round where he was busy dominating. He chose to take him to the ground just to secure the win. So Ilia's not afraid to do what's necessary to get the win. So I'm not really concerned that he will get egotistical with his boxing and just stay if he's busy losing. Now, as for how I think the fight is going to go. In the 1st round, Max Holloway is going to take it. Ilia's going to keep pushing forward. I don't see Ilia going backwards. I'm going to throw a few kicks from Max Holloway. A few are going to land. Body shots. He's going to have good head movement and avoid most of the boxing, but Max Holloway will outstrike him in the 1st round. And the 1st round will go to Max Holloway. In the 2nd round, I see Ilia pressuring more, starting to throw a few combinations, a few body shots, and few are going to get a connect. Max Holloway is going to feel a few of those, but not much is going to go on. Max Holloway can still win the second round with Furious output. Now, in the third round, I believe he's going to push him a lot, get him against the cage, and start unloading. Pause again. And he's going to catch him. He's going to wobble him. I think he's going to go to the ground, and Ilia will go for submissions and ground and pound. Not get it, but he will be wobbled exiting the third round. And the fourth, I believe Ilia's going to hunt him down, and he's going to knock him out with a rather the same combination which he got Volkanovski out. So that's my prediction. I believe it's going to be fourth round knockout or TKO. Knowing Max Holloway's chin, it's probably going to be a TKO. But I'd see it being dominant further than the first two rounds. The first two rounds are going to be close. I see it going either way. Depends how quickly Ilia Topuria wants to start. And a lot of you will be biased towards Ilia. You are correct. I am biased towards winners. Look, you think I'm going to choose the loser, bro? Nah, man. So, thank you for watching. This has been my first video, and expect a lot more. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like, and we'll see what happens.